Hey there guys, and yeah, welcome back to, finally, part 2 of my Smasher Pass video on the first volume of the Monster Girl Encyclopedia, cause why not? And yes, I'm growing a beard. Or trying to, anyway. And no, the pointy things here on my head aren't actual they aren't like spikes, that's just my hair saying, hey, you need to get a haircut, cause my hair tends to grow up. Like literally grows up. My hair on the back of my head grows upwards. No matter how long it gets, which is kind of weird actually. Anyway, Monster Girl Encyclopedia, Smasher Pass Part 2. So starting off with, obviously, the Sea Bishop. Now, to be fair, she does save people from drowning. Kind of. I mean, sure, you'll get violated, but it is in an effort to actually save your life. Plus, afterwards, she actually, if I recall correctly, she actually becomes your wife in that scenario too, as an apology. And is actually pretty loving. And not only that, but she acts like a, you know, like a priest for the whole wedding of other monster girls and their questionably acquired men. I say questionably because of, you know, they tend to force it. But yeah, I, in terms of it being technically bottom half fish, or kind of a fishy situation, I would still say I would smash this one. So yeah. Now, also I should add that I actually recently acquired, finally, the second volume, so that's one reason why you're also getting this now, so I can start with that. And let's just say there are some doozy of monster girls in that one. Anyway, taking away that, and the second one being the Nereid. Would I smash a monster girl that essentially is a woman who was saved from drowning by Poseidon's mana? Also, would I want to be the lover of the Nereid here before she turned into a Nereid? Considering she'll literally come after you if she ever turns into a Nereid and drag you into the depths where you can't escape, I would say no. I would not smash, despite the art design here, or despite the illustration here looking really good actually. Lore-wise, no. So I guess if I were to actually combine my opinions on, yeah, the design looks nice, but I would say, actually, this is a smash or pass, so I can't say definitively, because otherwise I would say maybe, but I'm gonna say no. Just in general, no. Anyway, moving on to the Scylla, if I said that correctly, cause damn. Now, honestly, I think I could get around the whole tentacles. You know? I mean, the art design I wouldn't really agree with. I mean, I actually need to open my eyes more because it almost looks like I constantly have them closed or have slit eyes, or I'm just really exhausted. No offense, I'm not like trying to imitate. I'm not trying to make fun of Asian people here. It's just how I have my eyes normally. So anyway, onwards to this one. Honestly, yes, they attack vessels or ships for their sailors or seamen. Both the actual person on the with that I mean both the stuff that they're after from a human man and the actual sailor. I mean, I would say, honestly, just barely, yes, I would. I would. Mostly because of what comes next, and that the Scylla actually hangs around the other ones, which I'm about to go for next. Look at next. So, yeah, the Cherubus, if I said that correctly, that would be a definite hell no. You know, I mean, there are very few monster girls that have like this lolly stature that I would actually smash, but a lot of them, no. Funny enough, dwarves is one of them. Again, because I really like the art design. Anyway, the fact that Scyllas hang around the Cherubus is the only reason why one of the deciding factors why I would smash the Scylla, because I prefer smashing a Scylla than this one, because if this one tosses you out, the Scylla is likely to grab you. Very likely, and they don't like Scylla, and I don't like the Cherubus, so I love the Scylla. Anyway, next up is, let me just get rid of that, is the sea slime. So they apparently float around just as like a normal jellyfish would. But would I smash? I mean, there is a monster girl that, normally for someone who's actually afraid of sharks, being stuck in the ocean, the monster girl would have to be very, and I mean very appealing. Yes, I am actually quite terrified of sharks. Funny enough, that is a monster girl. But enough said about that, because it's in the second volume. But no, I would smash a sea slime. Because reasons. The siren. I mean, the illustration here is nice. And yes, I'm doing it the same as with the part 1, where I just don't bother cutting out the image, because that's a little too much work at the moment, and I do need to do it with 50 of them. And seeing as I toss them out anyway after I'm done, or delete them off my computer, unless the artwork is like really good. Oops. So obviously Siren attracts sailors with their singing, and they actually do have that idol kind of vibe, you know? But sorry, but no, I would not smash this Siren, cause honestly, just no. I will say though, the design is nice. And then, yeah, obviously after the Siren's entry, you have rules of the depth, or rules of the deep, life underwater. Like, alright, that's actually lore in the Well, of the Monster Girl Encyclopedia, anyway. Now, moving on to the Sahagin. Would I smash or pass? Well, actually, still no, but I really like the design here. I actually really like the design. And I would, if I were to end up in this world of the Monster Girl Encyclopedia books, then I would definitely be curious. Like, maybe get to know them at a safe distance away from the water. I would honestly be very intrigued about their daily habits, I guess. Aside from doing it with a guy that they drag from out of the water. But honestly, aside from me really liking the design, I'm still gonna say no for reasons. Anyway, moving on to the bubble slime. Right, let me read a bit here of the entry. Area situation away from them. Bubble slime's intelligent enough to. So they're smart enough to talk. Apparently. Freely in search of human upon their written bodies. Bubble slime target this. Down to easily detect chemical, so they're, I guess, the cause of pollution, kind of. Alright, so, actually, no. Because, there is actually another slime that I would definitely want to smash, but Volume 2. Which I'm also doing in order, by the way, so it's first entry, and then the next one, just going straight through the book. Anyway, I would not smash the bubble slime, nor would I want to smash this, the large mouse. Again, the design is kind of nice if you were to go like an RPG kind of D&D route kind of thing. Because then they would probably be like thieves or rogues. Or thieves and rogues. But let me burn this into your mind here. The additional artwork here is 3 of these huddled around you know what. And hungrily licking it. Plus, you'd have like, if I remember correctly, you have like a horde of 50 of these that you have to satisfy, that you're forced to satisfy, unless you're into this sort of thing. Plus, if a woman gets bitten by one of these, they actually turn into them. But no, I would not smash the giant mouse. Yeah, the giant slug. That would be a... Actually, I mean, it's easy enough to get away from, but plus if you have salt, you apparently make it really want to go after the nearest guy to replenish the stuff lost by the salt. But in turn for that, she does turn into a little girl. I mean, again, you can get away from her, but oddly enough, I would. I know this is a weird one, but I would smash the giant slug. Alright, So that's the first part for this recorded. Now I just need to find everything for the next one, and I'll see you in a sec. I guess in a second. So, alright guys, after searching for the images, I actually couldn't find one for one of the monster girls in this bit. So it's actually a cut-out version. That's the only thing that I could find. Anyway, we'll start this one with the devil bug. Likes to hang around in dirty rooms, aka similar to your average low-rent New York apartment, I guess, if movies are to be believed. Or in your average basement dwelling neckbeard, I guess. So yeah, these like to hang around in, as I mentioned earlier, in dirty locations. And if you find one, you have a good chance there are a lot more. I mean, to be fair, I do like the design, but the fact that you have to keep them in a dirty environment. Hey, I'm not the cleanest myself, let's be fair, but the amount of dirty that these require, I would say, yeah, no. So yeah, I wouldn't smash the devil bug, obviously. So yeah, moving on to the roper, and I think you can see the outline there, which you shouldn't. So yeah, this is essentially a parasite that takes over a woman's body, kind of. It's also it's actually in the family for tentacle monster. Yes, to that question you guys are wondering, but volume 2. Anyway, I mean, if at the very least the clothes that get ripped off get regenerated, but they also become part of her body somehow. But no, I just would say no. Although there is this one doujinshi that I read that actually kind of helps, but it's like the dude put on enchanted armor, but the enchantment is he can't take it off. The only way he can take it off is with a roper, and it changes his gender to female. And let's just say he embraces being a woman after the roper encounter. But no, I would not. I would definitely not touch the roper. Now, the golem, on the other hand, I actually would smash, because if you actually really strike her fancy, even if someone is to scratch your name off of the tablet that's on the illustration here on her shoulder, if they were to remove your name as the owner or lover, I think it was owner. If you actually really strike her fancy, she'll even if they remove that, the first thing she'll do after they do that is remove the name and put your name back automatically, which honestly is kind of nice. And yeah, I honestly like the design. Plus, essentially, it would be a living sex doll. To be blunt, it would literally just be a living sex doll. So, yeah, I would smash. Honestly, I would. So, moving on to the... Oh, no. To the gargoyle, everybody. I mean, again, design is nice, but the fact that, the whole being petrified thing during the day is carried over to the guy she's sitting on, if the sun happens to rise while they're going at it. Yeah, they essentially become the block she's sitting on there. No, but I guess if you were to be able to properly tame her, maybe. But I'm gonna say no for this one. Yay for the next one here. The Mimic. No. Very obvious reasons why. Although I will say, I actually also don't like the design here, but I will say the bit about lore-wise in what is in the description for the Mimic is I like the fact that it just says once a guy stuck his wing dang doodle in the keyhole and and it was the perfect fit. Okay, it was the perfect key. And the Mimic instantly just viewed the guy as his master. Or as her master, I guess. And here we have another one where I'm gonna say, alright, I wouldn't smash the Mimic, obviously, but I also wouldn't smash the Djinn of the Jar. Because apparently if you break the jar, she's very defenseless. No. Just no. I mean, one way to get rid of her is, or to make her defenseless is literally breaking the jar she's in. And you're actually very likely to find these in your home, apparently, if you have jars. Or there's a good chance your jar is now home to a Djinn of the Jar. But no, I would not smash. Moving on to the Mummy. Would I smash the Mummy? Now, to be fair, the reason why they're actually covered in bandages in this scenario is their skin is so sensitive. Even just moving their feet over the floor, or the act of their bare feet touching the floor or their bare skin, is somehow so erotic, or is so erotically stimulating that they just get paralyzed. So essentially, if you just touch them along the side, or if you touch their exposed skin, you'll have a way of running away. But the safest bet is just see if you can remove enough bandages that, and then run away, and hope that she touches something with the exposed skin. Although being attacked by, if you're a woman, yeah, you're gonna get turned into one of these. I would, actually. Oddly enough, I would. I would smash a mummy. A mummy monster girl, obviously, not the actual mummy, because it would still kind of be necrophilia, I guess. Oh god, I just agreed to fuck a corpse. Anyway, moving on from that weirdness to the only one that is gonna be cut out because I couldn't find another image. So yeah, the Sphinx. Now, again, these do guard the Pharaoh's tomb, also in the lore, as what is described in the lore here, with riddles, and apparently the more you get correct, the more you gain control, but the same goes vice versa. So if she gets the riddles correct, or if you fail to answer the riddles correctly, yeah, you're fucked, quite literally. Although, I would say yeah, I would still smash, because she'll literally abandon her duties of defending the Pharaoh's tomb for love, essentially. If she finds a man she likes and wants to hang around. Plus, she'll actually, in that scenario, also actively help you loot the tomb. I mean, a win-win, right? You get a hot woman, plus she'll actually help you loot the tomb she's guarding. Also now moving on to the Anubis. Yeah, essentially. Ruler, or not the ruler of the tomb, but head honcho of the guards. I actually really like her design. I would say, despite the, also same, this goes the same for the Sphinx, but despite the arms and legs, for me, at least the head is still normal and the rest of the body, but despite that, I would still say I would smash the Anubis, although a big minus here is that the Anubis is, if you get caught by it, it's, she's gonna plan out your entire life from that point on, if she takes a liking to you. Yeah. And I mean every second, like your daily routine and everything, which is gonna get real annoying real quick, but despite that, I would still smash. Because actually most of the day I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing. But I think I'm not the only one in that regard. But yeah, I would smash the Anubis. Now, moving on, the Gitrabelulu. Yeah, difficult name to pronounce, but what I distinctly remember is this one, this monster girl in particular, has a kind of sadistic tendency to repeatedly sting you so that you keep your erection. Yeah. I mean, the design honestly is nice, and if I had a maybe option, it would definitely be in the maybe, but since this is smash or pass, no, I would not. I would definitely not want to smash. Name I can't pronounce here. Alright, now I have to move on to the, or find the rest of the images, and oh boy. Well, continuing on with my second part of the Smash or Pass video, which is now on the third attempt at, third part recording, because I do 10 in a row and then I find the next 10 monster girls. Yeah. With a minor internet issue during, so it took a bit longer, but not of any concern for you guys because it's gonna be one full video. Anyway, moving on, we will be doing the... Oh, hang on, I actually forgot to flip my pages back, because I tend to flip through these while I look for the image. We have everyone's, at least if you live in America, favorite horror genre, or related to the horror genre, it's the zombie. Now, I did say I would smash like the Mummy, which is technically an undead, but I would not want to, you know, I would not smash. I would not smash, no further comment. I would not fuck this corpse. Oh god. The fact that I agreed actually that I would smash the Mummy, which is also a corpse. Mistakes were made, but but I regret nothing. Anyway, hang on, we need to flip the page here too. Alright, now we have the ghoul. To be fair though, I do like the designs, but these also have a tendency to go towards freshly dug graves and check if it's a woman. If it's a woman, they get turned into another ghoul. Now, normally these would, like in the original thing, they would eat humans, but they, if a ghoul actually likes you, they will leave a bite mark somewhere on your body. Yeah, to be fair, I barely remember anything, but I do like the design here. But again, it's technically still a corpse, so new. Like also for like a couple of these monster girls, I completely forgot what they'd said about them. But again, new to the ghoul. Definitely not. Moving on to the ghost. Now, apparently, if I recall correctly, this was a human who was so sexually frustrated that she, well, she died because she never had any, and really wanted to, I think. So, her lingering regret that turned her into a ghost is essentially, I never got to fuck. And apparently that regret changes if she finds a guy who she likes, and actually doing it with her would potentially help her move on unless she gets too attached to you. So I would smash. I mean, have you seen that one scene in the original Ghostbusters movie? Man, that ghostly blowjob must have been great. Alright, jokes aside though. Alright, moving on to the skeleton. Would I smash? Hang on. Aside from part of the face actually resembling the Terminator in this illustration, and the illustration actually being pretty nice, or pretty good, I would say no, because some of the bones may be that of a man, and for some reason they'll... Oh, right. So the skeleton can also literally just be the reanimated bones of a guy. The monster girl in question will then also have the memories of said guy, but won't know what to do with them. Yeah. So you could essentially be fucking a dude. I guess this could be viewed as a transgender monster girl. I mean, it also says that it's essentially like a golem, but made out of bones. Which is, honestly, for like something like Dungeons and Dragons, a good way of saying, hey, I made a golem out of bones. But yeah. Aside from that, actually, nice little detail. Which, now that I think about it, I should totally try and do in my D&D campaign that I'm a part of. I mean, I already cut one guy's leg off in that. Don't worry, it was a zombie. Anyway, Um, yeah. I would say no, obviously. Oh god, I just flipped the page to the next one. Anyway, the nightmare. Honestly enough, well, obviously no, but if I had the maybe option again here, it would be just a, well, if I were to put a scale in for this, I would say like just over the line for no or wouldn't smash, that it's just inside of maybe. Because this is honestly a monster girl I would want to befriend. Also, the easiest way to catch one of these is once you realize that they are invading your dreams, which they do as a seductive woman, you just have to fake being asleep, wait for them to approach, and then while they're getting close to you, hug them. And they'll be just in such a shock, and you will finally be seeing their true selves. Actually, I think honestly, because of the way that you actually bond with them in that way, or the moment, that particular moment where you see her for how she is for real, but it's still technically her personality in there too. I would say yeah. Fuck it, I'd say yeah, I'd smash. One of the few horses' asses related monster girls that I would smash. I think this might actually be the only one though. But yeah, I would smash. God damn it. I'm a sucker for that, alright? I'm a sucker for such an emotional thing. Anyway, moving on to the doppelganger, which, so if you actually apparently encounter a doppelganger, it is essentially, they'll take the form of a woman that you actually like and honestly are crazy for, even if said woman has rejected you completely. The doppelganger will take her form and essentially just look like her. By the way, the doppelganger's actual form in that scenario will be in this illustration, the one in the back, or behind the bigger one. But over time, there will be like periods where she'll be in her original form, but she'll be hiding from you. Close by, but she'll be hiding from you. And essentially, if the actual woman she turned into sees the doppelganger, somehow they'll actually link their thoughts and memories, and the woman will slowly actually, I guess, lose her sense of self and become the second half of the doppelganger, which would suck for that woman, but would I smash? Honestly, depends on the woman she turns into. Because I have a distinct preference, and if there's actually a woman out there that looks like that, there's no way I'll ever come across them. I'll keep it to myself, thank you very much. So, depending on the woman, yes, I would. I would smash. Sucks for the woman if they should ever encounter each other, but doubt it. You know? The only reason how that would actually make me feel kind of bad is if she actually was like, oh yeah, I have kids and I already have a husband and whatnot. Then I would kind of feel bad, but yeah. Anyway, moving on to the Doulahan. Yes, I would 100% smash the Doulahan. The fun fact is, she'll actually send a warning to you when she's going to abduct you. The exact time and date, she'll actually send you a message like a while in advance, so you can essentially just prepare or run like hell and try to avoid her. But as it states in the description for the Doulahan, that so far has never been successful. But yeah, honestly, you would have a proud warrior that essentially just loves you. 100% again, I would smash. And honestly, the fact that she actually sends you a notification so that you can say goodbye and essentially prepare. Kind of a nice bonus, actually. Imagine just disgusting her while she's while you're preparing, just making sure you can disgust her completely. Maybe that would help in avoiding being taken by her. Because you'll never be seen or heard from again, of course. Anyway, moving on to the vampire. Now, the vampire is essentially, well, obviously undead, but more fuckable than the rest. Anyway, now she will actually be really condescending and essentially just view you as a blood bag with legs, and essentially just treat you as a slave, essentially. But over time, and if she gives into her urges too much, she'll actually become a nice wife. So would I smash? I mean, considering my favorite character in Overlord is a vampire, I would. No further comment. Anyway, moving on to the imp. Now, the base imp, I would say no. I would just flat out say no, because I honestly do not like her design here. Plus, she's kind of mischievous, and the fact that when you summon her to turn her into like your familiar or something, or to make a contract with her, you actually have a chance of arguably summoning the better version. Yeah, I would say no. Just no. Now, moving on to the final one for this bit. It's the Dark Slime, and yes, I couldn't find another image, so it's the cut-out version again. Anyway, honestly, with these images, I just take what I can find. So, the Dark Slime. Wait a second, wasn't there another slime? I'll look at it later, but would I smash? I mean, it's a slime and can take the form of anything. Yes, I would. I mean, it's a dark slime, for crying out loud. I think it's one of the more powerful versions of a slime, but not sure. Then again, there is that rare queen slime variant, which essentially creates an entire kingdom, which you have to fuck. I just couldn't resist putting that in there. Anyway, I'll now move on to the next one, which will also be kind of iffy. Anyway. Alright everybody, welcome back to... I mean, to be fair, for me several minutes have passed since the last bit, so... hence the welcome back. Even though for you guys it's like a few seconds. If a second at all. Anyway, moving on to the next monster girl in this second part for the Smasher Pass video. It's Beelzebub. Again, if there was a maybe category, but no. But if there was a maybe, honestly, with the amount of maybes in the Monster Girl Encyclopedia, I think if for the next volume, if I start that and I end up doing the Smasher Pass video on that volume, I think I'll add a maybe category. Just because of the sheer amount. Anyway, moving on to Baphomet. No. Just no. I mean, just no. Alright, moving on. To the witch. Also, no. Obvious reasons why. Yes, the woman in question would gain magic powers, but that is still gonna be a fucking hell no from me, bitches. God damn it, there's so much lore with the witches in the Baphomet and their little ritual there. Anyway, moving on to the Yuko. Yes, definitely. I'm partial to fox girls, alright. Yes, I would smash the Yuko. I mean, it's a 9-tailed fox, so why the hell not? Am I right? Alrighty. The Yuki Onna. I would I would not smash, because you are very likely to end up as a frozen clump of ice. So no. Nice art, nice design for the illustration, but no. That is a definite no. But barely, let's be fair. Barely a no. Anyway, moving on to the Akaoni. Also, the illustration in the book is, that I have anyway, is different to the one that you see here, because this is the old illustration for it. Let's just say the, Akaoni in my book is, well, she essentially just holds her club differently, the bottle looks different, and the artwork is actually a lot more detailed, in all honesty. But would I smash the Akaoni? Yes, because she'll just mostly go drinking with you. Yes, you'll have one hell of a headache the next morning, but you will definitely have a fun time, to put it mildly. So yeah, I would smash the Akauni. And moving on, the Karasatengu, would I smash? Funny enough, yes. Like, I myself don't know why, but I would. Simply because they are very smart and are apparently happy to do anything for knowledge. if I recall correctly. But I would still smash. Again, I don't know why, but I would smash. Something like in the back of my mind says, you must say smash. We can't tell you why, but you must. For all I know, a Tengu has, or a Karasa Tengu has magically, like, put that thought in my head. Who knows? Considering some of the monster girls here do tend to do that, and, you know, kind of influence your thoughts. Anyway, possessions aside, or mind-altering effects aside, moving on to the Kappa. As long as you have a cucumber, you're guaranteed to get away. But yeah, the fact that these actually can end up being your childhood friends, because it literally says some Kappas do play with human children when they are young, and I mean when they are young themselves. So they do tend to form bonds, but certain actions will lead to them actually specifically searching for the boy in that scenario once he's an adult. I would say, yeah, honestly, this is actually, from what I remember, this is actually one of the more wholesome monster girls. Because honestly, you grow up with them and you just have fun with them when you're a kid. And they can literally end up being your childhood friends, so you probably at that point have feelings for them anyway. Let's face it. Alright, moving on to the Jiragumo. Keep in mind, this is one that I did rather recently in comparison to the rest, so a lot of it still is like sticking in my mind. Get it? Spider and spider webs and all that. Anyway, would I smash? No. Simply because you are essentially targeted by a Jiragumo if she gives you an article of clothing that she wove herself for free. Yeah. Also, they are really sadistic at night, and during the day they are not. And during the day they tend to sell clothes made out of the silk that they spin themselves out of their rear end, of a spider of course, which is also very highly valuable. So, if I were to accept the gift of the clothing, I would most likely sell it and get the hell out of town. But the design is actually pretty nice, and if it weren't for the sadistic part, I would smash. If they weren't sadistic, but since they apparently all are, nope, would not smash. Anyway, moving on to the final one for this bit, and then I can do the next 10. I think that's also quite literally the last 10. Who knows? Anyway, it's the Inari. Honestly, it's the same with the Yuko. I would smash. Because again, Fox Girl, Nine-Tailed Fox. And I know in comparison to how most of the monster girls are dressed, she has a lot of clothing, but something about it, you know, just makes me say, yeah, I would smash. Funny enough, in Volume 2, there are also several Fox Girl-related monster girls in there still. Anyway, as I said, I would smash, and yeah. Yeah, I'll just see you guys in the next bit. I now need to find the next 10 images again. Alright, been pressing the wrong button there. Yeah, but luckily I didn't read any of this yet, or give my opinions on any of them yet, and I think you guys can see the outline here. Fuck, still probably. God damn it. Anyway, moving on with the final 10. We have the Angel. Would I smash? No. Because first off, it's clearly stated that they essentially are spying on people, which I particularly am not very fond of, or would elicit a aggressive reaction to someone saying, "Hey, I've been watching you for like a fucking while," like in a, you know, knowing private details that I didn't do on camera and everything. Like, I've been watching you for a while. Yeah, that would elicit a very aggressive response. Not gonna lie, from a guy who's normally pretty chill. Anyway, I would not smash, obviously. Moving on to the Dark Angel. Would I? I mean, it's a looter version of the Angel. No, obviously, as they honestly don't like the design. And moving on, the Dark Priest. Would I smash? Yeah. I mean, come on. If it's religious, give it a huge pair of honkers and anyone would want to fuck it. And then you have a whole bunch of the gods and everything. They're literally their kin and the world, like lore. And then we have the dragon. Would I smash? Yes, actually. I would. Because not only will she be like really protective of you and can turn back at any time into like an actual dragon whenever she wants to. She just prefers and can only maintain that form for a certain time, and then she turns back to this. So yeah, I would smash, because not only are you protected, but you also are essentially the treasure she's guarding, you know? Which is honestly a nice sentiment. I mean, treasure is what the person views as treasure, after all. So yeah, I would smash the dragon. Wink wink. Alright, that was the dragon. I think this is... Yep. Moving on to the Undine. I mean, obviously, it's a water spirit, plus if you contract with them, which you have to do by getting them into your bed, essentially, or doing it with them, you get the power of... You get, like, water magic, essentially, by just fucking them. I mean, with the next few, I would. So, yeah, obviously I would smash the Undine, mainly because you get water magic from it. Huh. Moving on, by the way, to the Ignis. Again, I would smash because you get fucking fire immunity and fire magic. Also, because in RPGs I tend to be like a crafter, so being able to use fire and water magic to like craft like weapons and everything would be pretty freaking awesome and easy. And also after a time they turn into dark elementals and become even more powerful. So yeah, I would smash, also because the additional illustration for the dark elemental version of the fire elemental looks frickin' hot. Also, just generally for the art design, for the design alone, I would smash. I mean, come on, fire immunity and fire magic. You can literally be a dumbass and stand in fire. Anyway, moving on to the Sylph. Again, same scenario, despite this looking like a child. I mean, air magic. I mean, air magic isn't really that, or really all that, but essentially. Yeah, actually, I take my statement back. I think I would not smash. You know, I mean, air is up to there, and everything. And yeah, if you're wondering why I'm looking to the side, someone is in front of the door. Hopefully, not gonna make noise. But would I smash? No. On second thought, no. Moving on to the gnome. Hang on. Here's the illustration. Yes. No. Yeah. No border or no white blotch here because I couldn't find anything else. Anyway, would I smash the gnome? Essentially, the spirit of Earth. I would actually, because having the powers of Earth might be, again, me like crafting. So having something that helps you find, potentially helps you find the ores and everything would be great. So, and would make your life a whole lot easier. So yeah, I would smash the essentially Earth Elemental. Now moving on to something that would scientifically instantly explode or cause some kind of dangerous reaction. Dark matter, because it converts the any woman it finds into the female half of it, and any male it finds will slowly be turned into the, or will absorb the lower half and essentially become the new lower half, but in human form, in the form of that human. And I think that human in particular will be in control as well, so would I smash the dark elemental? I mean, you get wicked powers, so like wicked in the sense that they're both cool and they're actually wicked. I'm gonna say no, despite the fun bonuses. Alright, then you have lore about the monster realm. Wait. The encroachment, the forest of tentacles, huh? I gotta read something after this. Well, anyway, moving on to the final monster girl in the book, or of volume 1. It's Lilum. 100% yes, I would. I mean, she just wants to unite the world, or the humans and monster populations, so that they're essentially in peace and everything. So yeah, essentially she's just gonna be a wife. Oh, essentially she would just be a wife with ambitions, like massive ambitions, you know. Also, there, as it states, the daughter of the frickin' Overlord. So, or they are the daughters of the Overlord, so really makes me wonder what the actual Overlord looks like, you know? I mean, maybe she's in volume 2, I don't know. Wouldn't be surprising. Unless it turns out that they're finally coming out with a Volume 3 of the Monster Girl Encyclopedia. Yeah. Anyway, again, I would smash, and yeah, that's the end of part 2 of my Smash or Pass video. So, hope you enjoyed, and let me also just say that, again, as I mentioned at the start of this video, which probably is more than half an hour by this point, or close to an hour, I managed to get volume 2, so at some point after this video, I will start making the VTuber reading of the Monster Girl Encyclopedia volume 2. Also, this time I'll actually be doing them in order, because that was a little bit confusing at some points when making the first series, so yeah. I also mainly did that to for like a large period of time avoid the Ferrer family. So yeah. Again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream of whatever I'll be making or streaming.